Hello, my name is Jalen Cox. This is my submission for my exam mini video module number 5. So for this prompt, we're given 2 strands of DNA, the coding and template strand. We need to figure out which one of these will give us a 5 amino acid protein. To do so, we'll take the coding strand and convert it to mRNA by changing all the T's to U's. I've taken the liberty of highlighting the start and stop codons with green and red respectively. And since the stop codon is not its own protein, this is only 4 amino acids long. So we then take the template strand and flip it and do the exact same thing. This does result in a 5 amino acid protein. So mutations are a change in the nucleotide sequence of the genome of an organism. For example, most people are lactose intolerant, but a genetic mutation where a cytosine nucleotide in a person's DNA is replaced with a thymine nucleotide, it allows them to digest lactose. But in the world of comics, mutations are pushed to their limits, with characters such as the X-Men from Marvel Comics gaining their phenomenal superpowers from the alterations in their DNA, which is far superior to any real-world mutation. Moving forward, we will assume the sequence from the previous slide is the X gene, and any variation to it will cause extreme changes to the individual. For example, Wolverine, he gets his powers from a missense point mutation. Missense point mutation changes what was one of the original proteins to another protein. We can complete this by changing a T in the original to a C, which will change what was once a VAL protein in the original to an ALA protein. And this is an example of transition as we change the T to a C. Aurora Monroe, she gets her powers from a nonsense point mutation, which changes a protein in the original to a stop codon. We can do so by changing an A to a T, which will move the stop codon 1 forward, so she will have a shorter polypeptide chain. And this is an example of transversion as we shifted an A to a T. So Colossus, he gets his powers from a silent point mutation, which changes a single nucleotide, but it doesn't change what the original protein chain, what the original polypeptide chain was. So it's still the same as the original. And this is an example of transversion as you change a C to a G. And Nightcrawler, he gets his powers from a read-through point mutation, which changes what was once a stop codon to a regular protein. And we can do so by changing what was once a T in the original to an A. So instead of UAA, stop codon, we get AAA. And that results in a very long polypeptide chain. And this is, of course, transversion as we change the T to an A. And these are my citations. Thank you.